Welcome back everyone to Ludus Infinium. Today we are going to talk again about Jukin Media and MXR Plays. I just watched another video from the quartering and I did some more digging. As you can see, I have some lovely tabs for you all set up. And you also notice I have a nice new comfy chair. Beside the point. Anyway, sorry, I'm actually really sore. I hurt my back today, so I apologize if I don't seem as into it or as aggressive as I normally am. I'm actually in quite a bit of pain right now, so I'm going to try and do this as best I can with as I would say neutral, but that's an outright lie. Um, with as much of an objective viewpoint as I can. Basically, find out where the lies are, where the truth is, but most important, what doesn't make sense, specifically in what Jukin Media is saying. So, first off, I want to give two shout outs. One to MXR Plays, Henry, Jeannie. I've been going through what comments I've been getting. I am one of the smaller YouTubers doing this, but in the comments I have been getting, you have a lot of love coming from me and from the people in my comments. We all really care about you, and we will help you through this. And my second goes to obviously Jeremy from the quartering. I absolutely like this dude. He's cool. I love the way he presents his material. But as much as I love his material, it's also one thing I really like about it is it caused me to want to look deeper into this and see how it's. Hey, buddy, you wanna come over here? No. Bye. Sorry, my 2-year-old. Ah, my 2-year-old was going to come say hi, but he got shy. Um, Again, I'm not going to edit these videos. I want this to be absolutely 100% real. This is me. Hi. My name is not actually Liz Infinio. My name is John. Just get used to the intro. Anyway, so sorry about that digression. Jeremy from the quartering, he makes me think, and I like that. I like it when people make me think. As I started thinking, well, we've already said why they're bad, but all we've really done is use their email to MXR, and I mean we have a fair enough amount of evidence all on its own. So what more could we do? I'm glad you asked. So I do want to again say thank you to Jeremy. Thank you for making me think, and thank you for inspiring me to look up some of this stuff on my own. And thank you for just being an inspiration to grow the courage to do this. Because honestly, right now we're at the point where YouTubers need to unite for the common good to stop companies like this from hurting YouTubers. That being said, on let me see if I can find that's the tab. I have them out of order because of course I do. This video where Henry and Jeannie uh, put out that day that they were being extorted for $6,000 from Jukin Media after already paying $2,000 and buying a license. At this point, at 2 minutes and 4 seconds, Henry had just said Jeannie goes through their videos to make sure there aren't any copyright issues. Well, okay, sure. And maybe it's possible she could have missed one. I don't think she did. But if she goes through the trouble of coming through not only their videos but also Jukin Media's videos, and also knowing that she's going through med school, I believe she has a very acute attention to detail. She is very, very good at picking up on this stuff. In my opinion, this is at least my belief. I do not know them personally, but I do know, having had gone to college for a medical field, that being EMTB to paramedic. I did not complete it, but having to learn medications, dosages, what you can and cannot do in the medical field, you have to pay attention to detail because people's lives are on the line. That being said, I can believe that she has a very amazing attention to detail. This is opinion based, I cannot prove it. But, so, and we're going to talk about this, and even I've used it. They're being extorted by Jukin Media for $6,000. Well, I have this pulled up. Um, I have it pulled up in two different tabs, one by the actual definition and two by legal definition. So the actual definition is the act or practice of extorting, thanks, especially money or other property, especially the offense committed by an official engaging in such practice, something extorted, a gross overcharge. I really want to talk about that second one for a second. They show an email, or a tweet, I believe it is, from Jukin Media that says, "We are going to fine you $1,500, but you can also buy a $50 subscription and be able to use any of the videos." If that's not a gross overcharge, I don't know what is. I seriously don't. I mean, there's a huge disconnect here for me. Let's see what the legal definition is. Most states define extortion. Oops. Most states define extortion as the gaining of property or money by almost any kind of force or threat of violence, property damage, harm to reputation, or unfavorable government action. While usually viewed as a form of theft, larceny, extortion differs from robbery in that the threat in question does not pose an imminent physical danger to the victim. Okay, so you're taking something from them with a threat of violence, property damage, harm to reputation, or unfavorable government action. I would say unfavorable action would fit closer to this case, but let's continue. Extortion is a felony in all states. Ooh. Blackmail is a form of extortion in which the threat is to expose embarrassing and damaging information to family, friends, or the public. Inherent in this common form of extortion is the threat to expose the details of someone's private lives to the public unless money is exchanged. Okay. Blackmail being a type of extortion. Cool. Another common extortion crime. Can't wait to hear this one. And by the way, this is my first time reading all these. That's why I'm actually going through this. Another common extortion crime is offering protection to a businessman to keep his business safe from burglary or vandalism. For example, Dan goes to Victor's place, oh good God, of business and demands monthly payment from Victor for the business's protection from vandalism and after-hours threat. Fearing that he or his business will suffer harm otherwise, Victor agrees to pay Dan. Extortion can take place over the telephone, via mail, text, email, or other computer or wireless communication. If any method of interstate commerce is used in the extortion, it can be a federal crime. Woohoo! Ooh, that sounds juicy. Okay, so let's take this apart real quick. Most states, well, that would require both MXR. It wouldn't really require, but it would make it simpler if both MXR and Jukin Media are in the United States. Well, as you can see this tab, and I won't pull it up, even though it doesn't show the exact location, I looked up where Jukin Media's headquarters is located, and it is in California. That's a state. Cool. Cool. So, Henry and Jeannie, damn. I know they've mentioned it in, like, I don't know, a lot of their videos that they are also in California. I mean, so far it's a felony. If it's not interstate commerce, which at this point I'm not thinking it is, because all three parties, being Jukin Media, YouTube, and MXR Plays, are all based out of California. I don't think it would be a federal crime to this point yet. But it does set a precedent, and if they've done it to anyone in any other state, please come forward. Especially if it's any other state. That is a federal crime, and they need to deal with it. You want to say, okay. He was going to say hi again, and he just like, off he goes. So, now, force or threat of violence, property damage, harm to reputation, or, as I said, unfavorable action. This is also assuming that the government is not. Um, I'm going to assume the government is not involved because the government isn't involved. So they're saying if you don't pay us the money, then we will issue copyright strikes. Now, right now, there are 4 that have been posted. That will be 4 copyright strikes, of which 3, not 4, are needed to kill a YouTube channel. And I don't mean to be hyperbolic about this, but this is how serious it is. This will actually destroy the channel. The channel will be no more. They will have to start from the ground up with one channel that has already been demonetized. Let me say, starting a channel from the ground up is not the best thing to do. Although the benefit to them, and I will say this especially for me, is they have a very strong following. I don't think it will be hard for them to get near what they are doing now if they had to. I just hope it does not come to that. So, and another point I want to bring up, that happened 5 days ago, that they released, here? Nope, here. Sorry, I have ADHD and it's hard for me to keep track of this. 5 days ago they replaced this. I want to show you something interesting. I mentioned this in my last video, that I do believe I was one of the first 5 to 7 people to do a video on this. Well, MXR plays Extortion. Look it up on Google. Now, I'm pretty sure I was like the 3rd or 4th, but I will say I was one of the 5th to 7th people, somewhere in between 5th and 7th, just to make it simple. Pardon me, because I honestly don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or actually, I'm sorry, I counted that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on, so forth. Let's support MXR Plays, Jukin Media. They're there. Actually, here's some. These 2 are not. Here's another. And I mean, you can see YouTubers of all different sizes. $1.99. 3. This I really, really like. This guy's just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's in a similar boat to me. Both really small, and just like, hey, this is stupid. 2.77 million. That's more MXR. 216. 171,000. 512. 33.1 thousand. 117,000. 1.04 million. 1.38 million. I mean, this shows that people aren't going to put up with this. But, that being said, maybe, we're being unfair. Maybe we're not understanding. Maybe Jukin Media has the best interest at heart. Sorry, that was funny. So, I have a few more tabs I really want to go through here. This is one by reclaimthenet.org. And I love the opening sentence. I love the opening 5 words. Jukin Media are again accused of weaponizing other people's content for an extortion scheme that's easily made possible by YouTube's broken system. This goes back to what I said in my first video. YouTube, Miss Susan, anyone up at Team YouTube, if you're seeing this, or if any of the people watching this have a line to them or know a way to blast it out to them, get this to them. YouTube's copyright system, in this case, is broken. If a company can come in and extort YouTubers, and I have easily proven that this is extortion, then something needs to be fixed. YouTube needs to be for the creators. YouTube needs to help the creators. And it's a shame. It really is. I mean, I made this point in my last video, and I will go ahead and rehash it. I only have 100 and I think I'm up to 127 subs now. Thank all of you for subscribing who have watched these. But if it can happen to a channel with 839,000, it can happen to a channel with 127. It can happen to the guy with 3. It can happen to the people with 2 million, 1 million. It can happen to the people with 24 million. There's no reason it couldn't. There really isn't. And the only reason Jukin Media is coming after MXR, and I fully believe this, is because that MXR paid in the past. If you're going to extort someone and you know they'll pay, then you're going to do it again. It's a free paycheck. Anyway. So, in this, they talk about basically what's happened. They call Jukin names, which I have done, but I'm not really going to do. I'm going to get to the part that's really important, which I thought was hilarious. It's a sad state of affairs when a majority of the aggregate hundreds of commenters on MXR's Twitter are now struggling simply to determine how to qualify all this. Is it blackmail or extortion? I just proved it's extortion, not blackmail, because blackmail would be... Basically, blackmail would be Jukin Media saying, if you don't do this, we're going to release pictures of you in a compromising position. It'll be something along those lines. That's blackmail. Extortion is pay us, or something bad's, or do this for us, I should say, or something bad is going to happen to you. And that, again, blackmail falls under extortion. But perhaps even more importantly in the long run, aside from the immorally aggressive tactic, others want to know, is this a legitimate case of copyright infringement, or an example of fair use that has an unethical entity it is trying to abuse? Fair use means using copyrighted material in a limited way that's clearly done to produce commentary, news reporting, parody, research, or criticism. Fair use and copyright infringement, in other words, cannot coexist in the same sentence. So which one is it here? A lawyer, Leonard French, who I honestly, I haven't watched his videos. I watched like a couple minutes of it, and it honestly just confused me, hence why I'm trying to do a simplified version. Talks about the injustice of copyright in this lengthy stream, picking up on and unpacking in detail this important topic of the day over on YouTube. People have called it other names. Here's a video that cites past examples of them doing it. YouTube channel The Quartering, Jeremy, who I will have and will continue to shout out. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the inspiration and, quite frankly, the thirst for knowledge on the subject. And here's something that The Quartering showed. The last tweet they've done, and I have this pulled up on my Twitter. The last tweet they've done was in January 10th. They just did a video except for one recently. And every time they reach out to someone, it gets carpeted. It gets just swept under the rug by people that aren't willing to let this continue. In fact, here it is right here. I have tweets and replies. I don't... Oh, there it is. This is one where they reply to Legal Eagle, who I also watch. I really like Legal Eagle. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. But beside the point. January 10th, January 10th, January 10th. January 10th, January 10th, January 10th. Yeah. January 9th. Nothing. So that is now, we're on 4 days of silence from Jukin Media. Oh, hey, look, it even says Los Angeles, California. Hey, that was simple. I wasn't paying attention to that. I don't use Twitter that much. I just started using it more for my YouTube channel. But I don't honestly know that much about it. Now let's go to my Facebook real quick because they have a Facebook page too. Yay, it's blurry. December 12th. This is even further back than Twitter. It's almost like they did something wrong and kind of want to do some damage control, isn't it? So, it shows really that, I mean, for me, if I had a company that did something similar to Jukin Media, that hypothetically I go out and I say, hey, let me represent you. I will take your clips and I will advertise them through, YouTube, through the news, through local newses, stuff like that. And I'll charge people. Actually, I probably wouldn't charge people $50 access to the site. I'd probably charge more. I'm not going to lie. I'd probably charge $100 to the whole site, but it's unlimited access. And I'll say, like, okay, if you don't pay, you have one of two options. One, I will file a claim against this to become a strike, and I will have the channel removed. Or you can pay the $100 for a subscription, and not only do you get access to this, you would get access to all of our content. There is no reason that that is unreasonable, but that's just not what they're doing. So that was reclaimthenet.org, and it goes on more just with the entire story that it's $1,500 per clip, stuff like that. So here's something I didn't know. I'm not good with conversions, but $6,000 is 4,600 pounds, and this is in the BBC. This is BBC.com, BBC News, and this is where they showed it. This shows the YouTube's copyright claim system being abused. It shows past experiences of it. Pardon me again. So, this is saying, do they have to pay? And there have been cases in the past of fair use. There's one I looked up, and it was Jukin Media used as an example. And from what I understood, it was settled out of court before a ruling could be made, but the judge says, because of something similar to what this guy says here, it was so in depth that out of 4 issues, one of them leans towards Jukin, one of them leads towards the other person, and the other 2 don't lead towards anybody. So it's kind of like, what do you do? I mean, anyway. So that being said, here are the 4 points right here that they were talking about. And it was like one of the points went in favor of Jukin, one went in favor of the other person, I can't remember their name, and the other 2 were just kind of a push. So I want to show this right here. This was funny to me. This is Jukin Media's website. Why should I work with Jukin Media? Okay, let's humor them. I am doing this in an objective way to see if they are bullshitting from the get-go, or if they are using the carrot. They're waiting till you're snacking on said carrot, and then wham with the stick. Let's find out. Viral videos are immensely popular. Are immensely popular globally. Words. So it takes a global company to monetize them to their full potential. No. With offices in Los Angeles, New York, London, and Sydney. Okay, so they're international. Jukin's team is at work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, making sure your video gets in front of the right people. The more I read about them, the less I believe that, but let's let's take it at face value and assume that's what they do. Jukin represented videos have appeared on TV shows like The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Today, Good Morning America, CBS News, MTV's Ridiculousness, and many others, and in commercials for brands like Google, Nike, Holiday Inn, and Taco Bell. Okay? So if that's true, then that part of what they're doing is actually a good thing. They're actually, spreading the word about viral videos, which some of them don't really need help. They get big on their own. But that being said, that in and of itself is a good thing to do. Doesn't make sense how they would make a profit on that, but I'm sure we'll figure that out soon enough, or already have. So, what will Jukin do with my video? We begin to monetize your YouTube views as soon as you sign the agreement. There's absolutely no waiting period. We will also place a claim on any unauthorized copies immediately, ensuring only you, the rightful video owner, is making money from your video rather than any individuals who may have uploaded your video to their channel in hopes of getting followers, shares, or royalties. We use YouTube's Content ID system to discover the copies, and we have a dedicated team who manually searches for your video to claim copies from compilations, video memes, and other types of videos the Content ID may fail to pick up. Okay, so I'm going to say this real quick. I want to, I hate that. I hate that argument right there. And I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do this now. This is the videos I have put out. Yesterday, I put this one out yesterday. Within 30 seconds, it had a copyright claim. Now, I want you to look at the name. Final Fantasy VII playthrough with Ludus Infinium Part 4, Don Cornholio, because I thought that was funny, and his sewers. Right now I'm too pissed to find it funny. So, I'm at the part in Final Fantasy VII. For those of you that haven't played it, I'm sorry, play it. It's a 22-year-old game, play it. I'm at part of the first disc where you fight, or where you finish cross-dressing, you pretend to be a woman, to be this guy's bride, and you end up getting thrown in the sewers, fighting a boss, and at the end of the video, the last 2 minutes of the video, I got a copyright claim. For, I shit you not, the Final Fantasy VII theme. Which, by the way, that's not the Final Fantasy VII theme, that's the Train Graveyard theme. I challenged it. As you can see, there's no restriction. It was gone in about an hour. The Content ID system does not differentiate fair use. In fact, let's go to a live stream of mine. So, if that works for, say, sorry, I know I'm flipping back and forth here. But if that works for this, because it's a gameplay playthrough video, which is actual way, it's one of the actual things that you can fight copyright claims on, because that is fair use. I have one currently being disputed. Same thing, different company, Blizzard. Oh, I love Blizzard. I've soaked 20 plus years into Blizzard. I played Warcraft 1. I played StarCraft 1. I play StarCraft 2 currently. I've played World of Warcraft on and off. I have played Warcraft 2. I have played Warcraft 3. I have played Heroes of the Storm. Played it for a little bit. Don't really play it that much anymore. Hearthstone on and off. I play, obviously, Diablo 3. Yeah. And my challenge for that, I cannot actually show it. Okay. But my challenge on that was under the section of a gameplay video, showing that it is a gameplay playthrough, which is literally a gameplay video. That seems stupid that I'm saying it that many times, but it has to be said that if you're showing a gameplay video and you're getting copyright claimed on a gameplay video to begin with, Okay, but it should be settled quickly, like my first one was, and I'm glad it was handled quickly. I've had copyright claims. For instance, I had another one on one of my original Final Fantasy VII videos. This one actually right here, I did back in March. I challenged it a month and a day ago, and the copyright claims last 30 days. After 30 days, they're automatically put in your favor, so the claim goes away. This one, this one right here ran out of time. So it was automatically put in my favor, no copyright claim, no restrictions. So yeah, if you're going to use the content ID system, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like the quartering said, like I'm going to say, and I have just proven, it's broken. At least when it comes to gameplay. When it comes to reviews, I've seen it broken for reviewers and reaction channels too, so I'm going to assume it's the same. Now, let's see what's the next one, because I'm not pissed off enough. Protect. Our rights management team works around the clock to ensure your video rights are being protected. Fair. We monitor all corners of the internet to keep track of your video, issue DMCA takedown notices when applicable, and ensure that wherever your video is used, you are being paid for it. You can also let us know if you see your video on a Facebook, Instagram page that you don't want to be associated with, and we will take appropriate action to have it removed. Okay, again, this goes back to my previous example of if it were me, say, hey, don't do it, or buy our subscription, and then you can do it as much as you want, unless the owner says that they don't want you to use it. Whereas, don't do it, and in addition to paying for our subscription, which they have said they have before, they have already bought the subscription, you have to pay a $1,500 extra charge? Hell no. That is extortion by the Merriam-Webster definition, a gross overcharge. Thank you very much. And my son just came here and sees me like blood red. You want to come say hi finally? You want to come over here, boo-boo? No, he doesn't want to say hi. He keeps teasing y'all. I'm sorry. We have licensing professionals. This is license and distribute. We have licensing professionals around the globe that proactively send your video to advertising agencies, TV shows, news organizations, and websites. When your video gets accepted, you get paid. Our online distribution network includes the Huffington Post, Associated Press, Yahoo, AOL, The Chive, and many other websites that receive every single video that Jukin signs on. Our goal is to get your video licensed as many times as possible to maximize your revenue opportunities. Okay. AOL is dead. Sorry, AOL is dead. Let's talk about Yahoo for a minute and my love for Yahoo right now. I do have a Yahoo account. If I could, I would get rid of it. Yahoo has done a lot these past few months. I have started doing my research politically, and I'm not going to share my political motivations in this video. I've done a lot to research where different sides are, where different people are, because quite frankly, I have not been doing my part as a United States citizen, and or at least in my opinion, I haven't. And I need to be more active with it. But I also need, if I'm going to be more active, I need to educate myself. So I go to different sources. I have seen outright bias and lies from Yahoo, and I will not use their news source, period. So if you're going to license them, you already make me hate you some. Huffington Post, I don't have that much information on, and Associated Press, same thing. I have seen shit from them, and that's really what it is to me. It's shit. It's used toilet paper to me. Media is supposed to be unbiased, tell the story as it is, but as we know right now, in this time and place in the United States, media can't live up to their own standards. So, Once you sign with Jukin, your video gets added to our extensive video library where professionals from the TV, advertising, and media industries search for viral video clips on a daily basis. When their search criteria matches your video, they can view your video and even download it directly from our database. Clients routinely discover and license videos from our library months and even years after the video initially went viral. So that's cool. That is actually kind of cool. They'll keep a database of the videos so that anytime anyone wants to come use them, they can. Okay, I'll say that is cool. I mean, I have 2 points that I actually like what they're doing. I have extreme hatreds. I was going to say dislikes, but I have extreme hatreds for everything else they're doing. Promote. Can't wait to hear this. Jukin Media is the only licensing company with tens of millions of followers on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, I believe that. Actually, hold a minute. I want to see if that's true or not. I am now curious. 294,000. Nope, don't have anything. Actually, yep. Come here. 294,000. And I'm even going to add in Twitter because I'm a nice person. I'm going to round that up. Again, because I'm a nice person. Now let's go back to YouTube for a minute. Hi, buddy. Don't know why it autoplays. 238,000. Huh. At most. At most, I have 6,000. At most, 10. At most, 600,000. Tens of millions of followers on Facebook and YouTube. Now, on Jukin Media, no. Through their subsidiaries, possibly. To promote your videos, we use pages such as Jukin Video, Fell Army, People Are Awesome, and The Pet Collective, which can generate considerable interest and exposure for your video. Each of these brands caters to a different audience, looking for different content while remaining family friendly. Okay, fair enough. They split it up, so... Man, that tens of millions better be on one of these. Yep, 14.6. Oh, here it is. The Pet Collective has how many following? 12 million. And, yeah, 24. Okay, so, yeah, okay. My bad. On all of them added together, yes, but on looking specifically at Jukin Media, nope. How is Jukin Media different from other companies? Well, other than the fact that they're going to copyright claim me twice. Jukin Media is the most trusted name in the industry. We do not rely on third parties to syndicate our content, unlike some other licensing companies. This allows us to control when and where your video is used. Actually, I am going to edit those parts out just so they can't say shit. We ensure your video... Jukin Media is the most trusted name in the industry. We do not rely on third parties to syndicate our content, unlike some other licensing companies. This allows us to control when and where your video is used, and it allows us to ensure that a larger percentage of the revenue ultimately ends up in your pocket. Don't believe that, but okay, I'll take it for face value. We ensure your video is not placed against any derogatory or explicit content. Our professional licensing team realizes what's at stake beyond a quick buck. Our video partners trust us to represent their content, which is a privilege and responsibility that we don't take lightly. I believe that to an extent. I believe that they do try and be family friendly, and I do believe that they take that importantly. Ethos team. We have a team dedicated to working only with major advertising agencies and brands to get your content placed in national or international TV commercials. Ethos will leverage the company's proprietary licensing technology to work with brands and aid agencies to target and clear user-generated content for the use in marketing campaigns. TV commercials are one of the highest paying opportunities for your video. You want to come give me hugs? You want to come give me hugs? He's not going to come give me hugs. Dashboard. All video owners will have access to their own personalized dashboard so you can keep track of where your video has been licensed, when, how much you have earned, and the status of all payments. You have the ability to select your payment preference by choosing from PayPal, check, or bank transfer. Cool. That's actually pretty cool. Partner support. We recognize that you will have questions after signing the agreement, which is why we have a team on standby to take your calls and answer your emails about payments, video status, media requests, and any other questions you may have. Unlike some of our competitors, we don't become unresponsive after you have signed the agreement. No, you become unresponsive after you get your feet put to the fire. Rights management. Oh, hold a minute. There's a see all button. Ah, holy shit. I am not going to do all of those. I'll do rights management and then I'll read through the others. We are confident we are the only licensing company with a rights management team dedicated to protecting your video around the clock in 3 different time zones. With a global audience, it takes a 24/7 team to protect your video. We don't just protect your video on YouTube, we scour the internet as well as TV shows to make sure your video is not used without permission in certain cases. Jukin Media will take legal action on your behalf to ensure that your video is protected. And he runs away again. So, do I still own the video? Do I need to remove the video from my channel? Does Jukin have exclusive agreements? What does exclusive mean? How do I know how much my video is really making? Are there any articles I can read about Jukin? I mean, just pull up a YouTube video right now. You can find out real quick about Jukin. How much do video owners, creators pay? How much can I expect to earn? How do I get paid? What viral videos do they represent? How do I know if Jukin is going to use my video? Okay, so no, nothing really important to what I'm really saying. But, I mean, if you're interested in using them, which I don't know why you would be at this point, read through all of these. Right now, especially, like I said, check out YouTube and see all the shit they've done. That right there will be a good, that'd be a good indicator. I mean, normally I'm like pale Irish white. And now I'm just like, fucking flushed because I'm pissed. That being said, I think I've done a good job showing on why what Jukin Media is doing is extortion in the simplest of terms, and how it can be. I mean, like, okay, so again, using my example from before, because I'm a broken record, force them to either get the subscription and then strike it. There's no need to charge $1,500 per instance. I'm sorry, no. You don't get to do that. That's not how business works. You have to prove you're out that amount of money, or that they have made that amount of money on the video. And then maybe you'll have a case. But realistically, no, that is a... What was it again? What was it, children? A gross overcharge. I mean, I don't think... I'll probably do a couple more videos on this as time goes by, just as updates. But I will say, again, Henry, Jeannie, we're here with you. I mean, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not. That's why I wanted to do it this way, because this is also to educate me, and this is also y'all joining me in my education of myself, but hopefully to educate y'all as well. Jeremy at the quartering, dude, thank you so much. I have nothing but respect for you. This needs to stop. folks. This does. I mean, I'm so angry right now. I'm actually starting to get in a fuzz. I'll end it on this note. If y'all enjoyed the video, I normally say leave a like and or leave a dislike, but the last two videos I've done, I haven't gotten a single dislike on on this one. Even if you leave a dislike, I mean, I'm not doing it for subscribers. Thank you, those of you that have. But even if you don't like it and don't subscribe it, share it around. Same thing as Jeremy says. Same thing as other people are going to tell you. Get this out there. Get this to every corner of the planet. Make sure every single person knows about this. This is not okay, and this needs to stop. This is extortion, clear cut. It's that simple. Anyway, I thank all of y'all for making it this far. I thank y'all that have watched my first two videos, and I think all y'all are awesome. I think Henry and Jenny are awesome. And with that, I will see y'all tomorrow.